stream started.
Hello, hello. Hi. Hello. Hello. Hi. Anybody out there?
Yo.
Hello. Hello, Ricardo. Welcome, welcome. How is your day going so far? How are you? How are you? Oh? Nice. That's good. Yes. So I made a cup of coffee. And I might have overdone it with the temperature. So I cannot really read it. I mean, drink it. The video you posted to Discord. You mean the one for the singing anime? Yeah. The start of the season, really. Yeah, it looked extremely ridiculous. I will admit, yes. In more ways than one. Especially because when the spaceship crashes into the little town, for some unknown reason, they basically celebrate as a victory, not crushing the last house, right? Even though they destroy the rest of the town, they basically celebrate not destroying that last building for some reason. Yeah. Yes. And the gear lowered a mountain. Yeah. That was also kind of silly. Yes. Yeah, probably killed quite a few people. Indeed. And they act like it was like perfect execution or something. Yeah. Yes, it looks extremely confusing. So exactly, it is good. Yeah. I was actually seeing another anime. I just saw like 3 or 4 episodes because I was like intrigued by the concept. It's basically this Chinese series where basically imagine like a superhero kind of anime where the heroes gain power from how much people trust them, right? So scandals like the one they had with Cinder and the VTuber community will actually make them lose power. Yeah. It was a very interesting concept, right? Because in a way, it like mirrors religion, right? The more followers a religion has, the more powerful it is. Yeah. Actually, the villains actually work the same, according to the series. The more people fear a villain, the more powerful the villain is, apparently. Yeah. It works the same. Yeah. Also, here is the catch. The thing that I found very interesting is that about the heroes, their powers are based on what the people believe on. For example, there is like this guy that was a firefighter that basically made the news because he saved a little girl. by basically holding up like half a building, like Atlas, right? Like literally holding the building up. And he gained powers based on that perception people had of him. So he's like this immovable boulder where he basically cannot be toppled. He's like standing firm, whatever, no matter what, right? He's like this Atlas kind of a hero, right? But because of the perception that people have of him, it makes it so he cannot sit down, he cannot lay down to sleep, he cannot sit on the toilet to poop. Basically, because the image of the people of him never bowing down, never bending over, makes it so he cannot like even bend at the waist, right? So even though you like become a hero by in the people trust, it also causes like this nightmare scenario. Yeah. They have not really explained how fear works. They have shown a little bit of it, but not like all the things about it. Yeah. There is this other hero that was basically a very Prince Charming kind of hero, right? Where the girls thought about him like he was perfect, right? The perfect man. So he developed this like OCD to make everything perfect. His clothes have to be perfect. His room has to be perfectly clean. Everything in the room has to be perfectly aligned and symmetrical, right? And he began to develop anxiety from that, from like having to be perfect all the time. Yeah, it affects the mind. Yeah. There is also this girl that basically became very popular because she had like a YouTube channel about traveling, right? So because she gained popularity and people trusted her reviews, she gained the ability to teleport, right? Because it's based on the perception of the people, right? But later on, she basically got crippled as a superheroine because people started to ship her with Mr. Perfect, right? So her powers transformed, they changed. So now her teleportation ability can only teleport her to the prince guy. Yeah. And basically she became useless as a superhero because of it. Yeah. There is also this scene in the series where Mr. Perfect is like, what to call it, wanted to save his girlfriend, right? But because his fans didn't like her, right? Because they didn't want that to happen. The guy literally was like trying to get to the door and there was this force pushing him back because the fans didn't want him to actually answer the call. Yeah. It's a very interesting concept. Yeah. I like it. It's a very creative way to. That's something I've been wondering. How would that work on a person wearing a mask? Yeah, I wonder. Because, mind you, the series starts with this basically guy that is like a nobody. After getting fired from his job, is trying to commit suicide, right? And Mr. Perfect, like, he gets like overwhelmed by his job as a hero and the anxiety from being perfect. And the guy literally, before this guy managed to jump, Mr. Perfect literally walks by him and jumps himself to his death, right? And then the heroine, she comes running like, what the fuck? Where is Mr. Perfect? Right? And then they catch the guy that was trying to jump. And meanwhile, they are trying to figure out what to do now that Mr. Perfect is basically dead. They realize the guy they just caught is very like close physically and facially to the appearance of the Mr. Perfect, right? With some differences. So they basically dye his hair and
Hello.
hello, welcome Mundo, welcome. Yeah, they basically dress him up as Mr. Perfect, and he begins like becoming Mr. Perfect, basically. Yeah. So he's basically in a disguise, right? But he starts to like take aspects of the personality of Mr. Perfect. Yeah. For example, his eye color changes to be the one of Mr. Perfect, right? The more he is like presenting himself as his double on TV and that kind of stuff. Yeah. It's very interesting. Yeah. That's one fantasy world you wouldn't want to live in. It's very interesting concept because a lot of the heroes in that world are basically made by reputation, right? So, for example, every single celebrity in our world will basically be a superhero on that world. Yeah, which makes for some very interesting like concepts. For example, in the series, they can actually manufacture heroes by basically put it on a play where one guy saves like a bunch of people that are all paid actors, right? Yeah. So you can actually become a hero like that, right? You can create heroes. Yeah. Which is a very interesting concept, yes. Because he's not grounded on how good of a person it is or how heroic. It's based on people's perceptions. Yeah. Yeah, you could also make a villain that is real. Yes. That also means, for example, broadcasting the fights on TV makes a lot of sense in that world because the hero can actually gain a boost of power if they start to do something like dramatic and spectacular, right? Because the people will start to like him, right? But at the same time, if the villains manage like discredit the heroes mid-fight, that can end up with the hero dying because the people lose faith in him. Yeah. It's a very interesting concept. Yeah, I like it.
How are you doing today?
Hello, I'm doing that. Yeah, nice. Hello, welcome, what's up? Max Bob. Yeah. That series is very interesting as a concept. Yeah. I'm glad you're doing well. Yeah. Max Bob. Bob. Yeah. It's a very interesting kind of magic system, right? Make it like based on fate, basically. Yeah. Imagine if you use that system for a game where you need to basically gain the trust of your followers to become like this like god, right? For you to obtain godhood, you need to have a religion, right? And forgotten gods basically fall from grace. That's a very, very interesting concept. Yeah. I kinda want to use it. Make it like a subsystem. Yeah. Yeah, we don't know much about that world yet. So I'm very interested in seeing what happens next. Yeah. Because also the powers the heroes gain are entirely based on how the people perceive them, right? Yeah. So it will be a very interesting, like, magic system to use for a game. Yeah. It's the kind of thing that's very interesting in non-fiction. Yeah. It would be very horrifying in reality. Yeah. Because one thing that I want them to explore is what happens when the fear of the people is not justified. Like there is, for example, till this kind of Slenderman kind of legend that is a fictional monster, but somehow it managed to garner enough like fear from the people to actually become real. That would be incredible as a concept. Yeah. I like the idea. Can you imagine how many monsters will exist if people begin to fear what they see on TV, right? Especially if the people making the series don't classify it as fiction. Yeah. Yeah, imagine if someone can check our broadcast. Yeah, that would be actually a quick way to gain like power. Yeah. So in that world, basically giving no airtime to the villains is like a winning strategy. Yeah. Which is very interesting. Especially because the power they gain is not by like being seen as a hero. It's like the trust you have from people, right? Because a blogger can actually become a hero even if they do nothing heroic at all, just from gaining like the trust of enough people. Yeah. That's actually very interesting. Yes. That would be very hard to do, trying to destroy the internet. Mainly because people who are thirsty for power will want to use it, either to become the villain or to become the hero. Yeah. It will be a really difficult task. Yeah. One of the main things is that the image you project to the people is the one that will become the truth, right? So you have like every incentive to make yourself seem pretty much omnipotent, right? If you don't want to like be placed into restrictions by the power you gain. Yeah. It's a very interesting concept. I like it. It's something I would like to explore eventually. Yeah. Ah. Oh, by the way, I received some very funny news. You see, you know that I have the luxury business, right? Well, we requested some merchandise to be delivered to my city, right? And like 2 days before the expected like delivery, we called to check, right? Just to confirm the merchandise was ready to go, right? And they tell us, hey, we don't have a truck to send it over. And I was like, huh, odd, okay. Sure, we will postpone it 1 week. Find your driver, find your truck, right? Next week comes. Hey, we still don't have a driver, we have a truck, but we don't have a driver. And I'm like, curious? Okay. Next week comes. Hey, we still don't have a driver. And I'm like, okay, there is something wrong here, right? So I give a call to the one in charge of logistics. Here is what I found. It seems the guy in the factory basically had an agreement with the guy in logistics that they would basically provide some people to basically get on the truck, come to the city in the truck, and help us unload, right? And in that deal, the guys from the logistics will give them a small amount of cash for the guys for the help, right? But the past few years, not months, years, they had not really been sending anyone to help, but they have been still paying for the help, basically. And it was not until basically someone from my side mentioned that we were not getting like the help to unload the merchandise, that the logistic guys realized that they were paying for nothing. So it seems the logistic guy is very, very, very pissed off. And basically is like torturing the guy from the factory by not picking up the merchandise. So now the factory is like full and they cannot keep producing. So the guy in the factory is like very, 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 very panicky because they cannot figure out how to deliver the merchandise where it needs to go. And I'm like, oh, so that's what's happening. I actually talked with the guy of the logistics and I told him, hey, I don't mind. Because the guy on the factory has been a bit of a dick to me as well. So I'm like, I'm not going to help you. I don't need the merch. Well, we don't need the merchandise that badly. We still have plenty of time. Yeah. Because remember, our height for sales is on December. So we have still like 4 or 5 months. Yeah. So we are not in a hurry yet. Yeah. So basically, the guy in the factory is getting tortured. And while I'm a bit just low-key worried about the merchandise, I don't want to like lose it or something, right? I also am not in a hurry to get it. Yeah. Yes. So we are going to send a representative to the area where the logistic guy is and the factory to see what the fuck is going on. And the guy we are sending has instructions to basically see if they can have the logistic guy move our merchandise without helping the guy in the factory. Yeah. Basically because the guy in the factory has been a little bit of a dick. Yeah. So that's been happening, which is kind of funny. But yeah, that would be a really, really, really nice power system. Yeah. It's kind of interesting. Yes. It like very clearly can be like added to my world building for the games. Funny enough. Because it doesn't really contradict anything. Actually, it kinda seamlessly integrates if I do it correctly. Yeah. Which is fun. I also managed to finish some what to call it? Lore for the game that I'm currently working on. Yeah. Not really to your taste, but you can see what makes it interesting. Yeah. Actually, I was planning to make it like optional. Yeah, because I want to basically add so many crap into the game, into the world building, that I might actually need to like implement different game modes, right? Because it would be a bit overwhelming for the player to actually like juggle all the systems. Yeah, so I need to find a way to basically filter the systems. Yeah. We will see. Oh, the thing is, in my world building, the power can come from the person themselves and from an external source. You can both say, hey, I believe in myself, and say, hey, I only need to believe in the you that believes in me. Yeah. Both ways apply. Yes. It's only when you don't have either that becomes a problem. Yes. You can choose which power system you want to lean on, basically. Because obviously, in a game made by me, one of the first systems I'm going to implement is the one where if you trust yourself, when you have like confidence, you will gain certain amount of power. Yeah, that's obvious, right? But I need some other structures. Yeah. For the world. Now, there are drawbacks. Yes. For example, if you are, for example, an atheist, that you don't really believe in religions, it makes you like resistant to magic that is based in belief, right? The one that is built from religion, but is in both ways. Like, for example, holy magic that does harm is reduced, right? But also healing. So if a cleric tries to heal you, it will be less effective. Yeah. I'm going to make sure the logic of my magic is consistent, right? If you are in a point where you are like very self-doubtful, if your character is very insecure, any magic or power derived from your confidence is going to be weaker, right? There is also this other system that is based on emotions, right? The more strong is the emotion, the more powerful the magic, right? But that means if you are like pretty calm, like just chilling, your magic is not going to do shit. Basically. Yeah. I do have that one, right? And I want to add the one of the leaves, where you basically, you see, there is this bunch of quests you always see in games where you basically help random people for no apparent reason, for rewards that are basically not useful at all. because you have already like 1,000 potions in your pocket, and there is no reason for you to go and do a quest to get another one, right? So how about instead of giving you XP, I give you trust, right? I give you the faith
Abraca
from the people.
Focus. Cadicus 2. Summon a goblin sexy woo woo.
Hello, Basil. Yeah, what the fuck? So I was thinking having the side quest help you build like trust from other characters, and depending on the amount of trust they have for you, you gain like certain power, right? So you can actually farm trust. Yeah. It will make sense, right? To do side quests because of that. Yeah. So I was thinking of that kind of stuff, basically. Yes. Those are kind of rice. You see, that's actually the opposite. If you have a certain amount of trust, like, for example, this is the amount they trust you, and you need, for example, this amount to actually get them to do something for you, you can add then a bribe to compensate for the lack of trust you have, to actually have them do the thing, right? That system I want to implement too. Yes. Yeah. Basically, make it so every person has a price, either in trust or in money, basically. Yeah. It makes sense, right? Also, that means, for example, you can have a structure. For example, if you want a person to do something they don't want to do, right? Let's say this is the amount they don't want to do. You can actually compensate with your trust and money to make them do what they don't want to do, right? But in exchange, whatever trust you use to pay for this action will automatically use up your trust, right? On the other hand, if it's something they are like willing to do, you don't lose the trust because it's something they are willing to do, right? It's only when you try to have them do something against their better will, basically. I believe that makes sense also, right? That way you, for example, can do a bunch of favors for someone and then ask them to do something out of character, right? And they would do it, but you will like burn the trust. You basically use up a favor, kind of, yeah. Yeah, basically. Basically, yes. Exactly. That's the idea. You will have to like help her like for a way long time. Yeah, to get the trust needed for actually succeeding that like check. But it wouldn't be impossible. Yeah. You could do what people do in like Morrowind, where they have the character sneaking against a wall near an enemy to build up a sneaking skill points. Yeah, you could do that the same, but with the pies, and eventually become like this crazy god at it. Yeah, that's a valid one. Yes, I'm not going to like prevent you from doing crazy stuff as long as it respects the laws of the world. Yeah. Yeah, it does kinda tell quite a bit about you, huh? But yeah, that's the idea. That's what the system I want to implement. Yes. I also want to implement a XP system that is very particular. Actually, let me ask you this. Imagine this. For you to level up, every single level, from level 1 to level 1,000,003 or whatever, you only need to get 100 XP to go from one level to the next, right? But the calculation where we decide how much XP you get each time is based on a difficulty check. For example, if you fight an enemy that is 7 levels above you, you will get that 7 plus 1 HP as a result. Right? And if the enemy is 10 levels below you, you will get basically minus 10 plus 1, and I will cap it that you always at least receive 1 XP, excuse me. So you will at least always receive 1 HP, but the higher the difficulty of the action, the more XP you get, right? Yeah, basically a structure like Paper Mario's, yes. Not exactly, but very close, yes. What do you think about that? Because it's not going like only be made to level up. It will also be used to upgrade skills. For example, if you have a ice spell, right, on level 1, it will cost you 1 level to increase it to the next level, right? So you can choose between increasing, for example, your HP, your mana, your magic power, etc., or increase your skill, right? That means, like, for example, the fact that someone is level 10 doesn't mean he has like 10 HP. It means he can have 1 on every stat and 5 in one in particular, right? Or, for example, 1 in everything and like as high as defense can go, right? Or one in everything and as high on the speed as it can go or attack, right? So the level will not really show the actual like power, yeah, of the character. Yeah, you could max out a swordsmanship, basically. Yes, that's the idea. Sounds cool. Because it's a structure that I will always been thinking about. For example, whenever I play Dungeons and Dragons, I have always hated the way the leveling system works. Yeah, because it's always like increasing in like exponential ways that I don't find like satisfactory. It also makes it very hard to tell how far you are from the next level. Yeah. Is there a skill limit, like amount of skill you can have? At the moment, I don't plan on giving you a limit. I was thinking on handling like notches, the one we saw in Hollow Knight, where you have like slots for the skills, right? And you can use levels to get a new slot, right? So there is no limit on that. It's more how many levels are you willing to sacrifice to it, basically. Yeah. And for the level, the limits of the skills, I don't think most skills would have a limit also. For example, when you level up a spell, for example, you can choose to lower the cost using like your level up, or increase the damage, or lower the cooldown, or lower the chanting time, right? That kind of stuff. Yeah. So technically you can level up the spells as much as you like. Yeah. So you can have like, you can be Megumin and have your single explosion spell that works like a nuke, right? And only that, it will be a viable build to create. Yeah. Or you can, for example, have something like a slap, like this basic slap that does thousands and thousands of damage because you haven't leveling nothing but that slap your whole playthrough, allowing you to bitch slap every enemy in your path. Yeah. Yes. I also want to make sure the spells like can be used together. Yeah. I'm going to try to make it like as open-ended as I can, basically. Yeah. Yes. I also wanted to... Have I mentioned this before? I wanted to make the status effect like more relevant, right? Like, for example, a prettification spell to have like a difficulty level, basically, where if you don't surpass the difficulty level, you basically get stuck, petrified, right? I think I have spoken about this before, right? I wanted to make like the status effect as like stacks that you need like to overcome to actually uh, get rid of the status effect. Yeah, that would make like petrification builds very very dangerous. Yeah. I will probably try to get a stun block build. Yeah, I want to like basically give you as little limits as possible. Yes. Yeah, that's the idea I have. I want to create this like open-ended system. Yeah. And for that to work like correctly, I need the numbers to be small, right? That's why I want the XP to be like not astronomical. Yeah. Not a major message to give angry status effect to the place IL. Yeah. The thing is, because the way I'm thinking structuring the skill set, there is always going to be a like a counter, right? For example, you could max a speed and never let your enemy have a turn, because basically you can act faster than they can. You can have like 100 turns before they can actually move, right? The flash build, if you will. Or you can have like a dead touch kind of build where you put everything on attack and you literally only need to touch the enemy to win, right? Or you can have like the absolute defense field where you are basically a walking fortress and nothing can hurt you. Yeah. I want to make all of that possible. Valid. Yes. Invisibility plus insta-kill? Yeah. That would be another possibility. You could also make it the other way around, where you are basically all perception, basically the incarnation of the lens of truth, where you can perceive everything, right? Because basically it's going to be a tool of numbers. If your, for example, Estelle is like 175 and the enemy's perception is at 100, you are probably going to get seen, right? But if not, you can probably bypass everyone, be like a ghost. Yeah. Because it's going to be a number check. Yes. Yeah. That's true. A flashbang could probably kill them, basically, if they have low HP. Yeah. They will be very weak against, for example, mind control, probably, or something of the sort. I can play with that kind of stuff. Yeah. Or just very low noses or smells. Yeah. Like Metapipe? Yes. Indeed. You can actually use your metal pipes as an attack in the game. If I add the skill. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I should go get on with the game, right? Okay, let me switch screens.
Imagine if the opposite worked for villains. Mew hello, waving hand emoji, heart suit
Hello.
emoji, smiley face emoji.
Hello.
How are you doing today? Smiley face emoji. Abraka Bocus. Cadicus do. Summon a goblin sexy woo woo.
Wow. What do you wanna, sexy goblin? Actually, don't answer that. Oh, I spawned over here. Huh. That's curious. I didn't... Well, I suppose I did know. I didn't remember that the stats were there. Yeah. 1 second. Let me turn on the AC before I start burning up. 1 moment. I'll be right back. Give me a moment. Okay. So where were we going again? Eh, uh, Go Jugma to the Desert Goddess with an Ocarina. Do you have any what does something like this? Ah. Freestyle? So go to the desert, basically, is what we need to do. Okay, so let's go to the desert. For some reason. Go to the beach with no water. Wow. Was there something here? I don't quite remember. The desert was that way. On the other side of Hyrule. What's up? Okay. I don't remember if I have to go as a child or as an adult? That's a fast moon? Yeah. Oh! Wow, I got an egg. A chicken, I mean. Apparently. It's a miracle of life. Wow, that guy is going fast. You almost thought it was going to crash into the earth? Funny that you say that. Wait, was something up here? I don't remember. Apparently not. How many get into a tree? I have no idea. There is this theory, actually, that rupees are actually made of magic. That they are like basically magic crystals. Yeah. Because the great fairies in Breath of the Wild ask you for rupees to actually cross. I mean, to actually regain the power. Really? Wow. Someone planted some cash in the ground a long time ago. That would be funny. Can you imagine? A tree that produces money is created every time you drop change on the street. Wait, I have an idea. What happens if I grab the... Wait. What happens if I use the Gerudo mask? I'm wondering. I don't remember what happens. Hello. Hi. Wow. Really? What a reaction. Up. Wow. Okay, now we run again, all the way. Ah. I believe this is faster, right? Okay, is Nikito for a convention dressed as the spy? With the paper mask. I wonder if I will get a reaction. If not, this is going to be very annoying. Not kind of complex as we play in so many places. Yeah, I do agree. Oh yeah, there was this right here. I completely forgot. I forgot you actually need to hold this one. Let's see. Hello. Wow. So they won't actually let you go through this, huh? Interesting. I cannot even side jump that. I believe then I need to come as an adult. Yeah. Refugee now, obviously. Now that I think about it, I'm low in magic. Maybe I should grab some magic before I go. Like sneaking into the most feared villain, something I would be cautioned in their throne. That would be funny. Yeah. Alright, I cannot go in here. Oh. Now that I think about it, given the context we have now, maybe this thing down there is not lava? It's not magma? Maybe it's malice? Now that I think about it. Huh. This actually recontextualizes a lot of things, huh? Interesting. How can you go back there? You mean into the castle or into where the Great Fairy was? If you mean into the castle because it doesn't have a bridge, and if you jump down, you're going to die. The one where the Great Fairy is because you need the silver gauntlets, I believe, to be able to lift the giant rocks. Yeah. Eponason was... There we go. Hello. Hi. Horns? Yes, I got the horns. The fact that you can hear a cow right here is kinda concerning, because that means there is an underground cow somewhere. Camo cow? Tactical cow. Yeah, probably. Wee. Now that I think about it, can I do the thing now? To get the arrows? Wow, that's quite a strong clapping. Let's see. Let's go for... Okay, over here first. We got the key right here, right? And then we went over here. We can bypass most of it with the hook shot, right? Oh, shit. I hate these flames. They are so inconvenient. So we go in here and yeah, I cannot really go through here because of the rock right here. Yeah. Basically. Okay, so we cannot go through here. Can I aim for the one on the way there? Ouch. So I cannot go through there. That's for sure. So what about if I go on the middle over here? Ah, this is where you use the keys. Right. So this one leads right there. There is a door, so we need 2 keys. And then that leads into this treasure chest, and you are basically stuck. Okay. So over here, you have 2 keys. That leads to the hallway over there. Or over here, so you can go that way. Interesting. Funny enough, the yell you enter through the right. So it seems you need to go all the way to the back to the room. Oh, okay. I'm wondering, can you lock yourself out of the access? Oh, where is that? Right here. Oh, I got arrows. What's over here? We have defeat all enemies on the there we go. That's 2 keys. Wow, I thought those disengaged when you finish the room, but apparently that's incorrect. Ouch, really? Okay. And this is get the different thingies. That's not too difficult. That looks like needs the Song of Time, maybe. Yep, that's exactly what I thought. What happens if I press this? Good question. Apparently they will not tell me what happens. Oh, disengage that. Okay. There is a key right here. Oh, it leads to the back of the room over here. Interesting. And here we have a chest. Oh, we're on the side, not the back. Kombuchos, okay. Don't climb. There is a path right here to this. More arrows. Okay, so basically you need to go to the left, apparently. I can see a chest right here. I have 3 keys. And you need to get there to grab that one. Okay. We have one to the hook jump, one that you can reach by jumping. Okay. So I can basically drop here. Wait, how do you make that jump? Ah, shit! Okay. Mind the timer. Okay, so I need to basically jump to that, go back up, and from there we can go all the way. Okay, so I trigger this, jump over here, look this way, go up, come on, all the way up please, and then we just jump here. Okay, that's kind of bullshit. Let me check. I don't have fairies. Lovely. Okay, so how do I do this? Okay, I believe I can reach from here, right? That right there. It's about the same distance as this. So that means I can cut one jump short if I jump correctly here. Right? If I go to the edge. Nope. Okay, that's going to be more difficult than I thought it's going to be. I suppose I need to basically move naturally between platforms like this without really hesitating on any jump, even though that's going to get me killed. Ah! Wow, if I don't hit it just right, I don't actually... Okay, one moment. Hold, please. Oh, there is a chest right here. Oh, really? Okay. Not that one? Okay. There we go. Thank you. Let's see. One more try. So we jump through here to there. Press that. Switch around. Jump. Jump over here. Grab this. Face this way. To that. Jump right here and I failed. Ah! Lovely. Ah, shit. Ah! These controls are not responsive enough to do this kind of platforming. Damn it! Ah! Ah, you don't actually reach. Wait a second. You don't actually reach that. Oh. So that means I really need to like head straight to a hook shot. Huh. Ah, shit. Shit! I was late like for a literally a moment. Wait, maybe I can stand like in the very edge of the platform? Let me try that. Why am I facing so many platforming games in my channel? I've been wondering. I feel like every other game I play is a platforming game. Ah, shit, I didn't want to jump. One moment. It's a good thing this thing right here responds. Knowing that secret is a bit of a cheat, huh? Well, I suppose it's kinda necessary when I have these platforming skills. There is like no time for it, which is the worst part. Maybe if I grab these first, and then I don't have to worry about grabbing them, it will actually help me with the time. Come on, just incorrectly. God damn it! I hate these controls. God damn it. Ah. Well, at least I know how a way to grab some time. Wait, what am I doing? Ah. Damn it. Ah, let's quit out the timer. Okay. Come on, just doing one sweep. Okay, perfect. Nice. So now I can jump at this one. Nice. And now I can just... Okay. What's over here? Collect the underwater gems. Okay. It seems I need to do this. Wow! It disappears every other block of time except the one I'm standing on, which is quite interesting. Ah, there is enemies down there, which is not a good thing. Ouch. Okay, I got this one. Let me just get rid of all of these guys. Okay, so we have a bunch of these around, targets, and a few of those. Okay, so I can literally just remove the boobs. Ah, there is a current. Interesting. Interesting. So there is a current. That's going to be extremely annoying. Especially with the way you need to basically put on and remove the boots. Actually, let me do something first. Since I already have the boots on, I can just go ahead and shut this. Right? To get nothing, apparently. Wow. Only this one has a rupee, huh? Okay. Really? Suddenly there is no current, huh? How interesting. Okay, we got that one. Let's put this on. Wow, I bypassed it. Lovely. Not those. Come on. And I hit nothing. Okay. Really? I totally got that. Come on. Thank you. Now for the other one. Hello? There we go. Nice. Got it. Finally. Let's see. We got this right here. Transfer keys. Nice. And if I go out of here, I should be able to go over there. Right? Is that too far away? Really? Even though... What? Whoops. I should be able to hit it from here, right? No? Really? Oh. Don't fall. Okay, what's over here? Oh. Find a secret passage in this room. First, these guys are going to really annoy me. Come on, lock it. Okay. Okay, that's the door open. So what's in here? Arrows. Lovely. Let's see. I want this. Nothing here. Good to know. Nothing here. Oh, there is an eye right there. Interesting. Let's kill this one also. There is a switch there. Oh. Funny enough. I'm going to hit everything else. Just to make sure. Oh, that's an open door area right there. Ah! Wow! Really? What timing, huh? Yeah. This is a new room right here, right? Oh. Interesting. Blind eyes of the statue? That's not so hard, I believe. I say yes, I completely miss. That's one. That's two. That's three. Ah! Wow, really? Wait, do they... The ice Wait, are the ice? The ice are re-engaging, right? Oh. Interesting. Can I do it with this so I don't waste arrows? I wonder. Apparently not. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a nightmare to actually hit all this in one go. There we go. I actually needed to lock in for that one. That's 6 keys. Nice. We have another door up there, right? Let me go over here first. Yeah, there is a door up there. But are you not going to aim, Abby? Okay. Is this... Apparently not. Maybe if I'm closer? Apparently not. Is there no way to get up there? Because I didn't see any other way up from the other rooms, which is that concerning. Yeah, it seems I cannot use it from here. Okay, I got 6 keys. I think I can use them to actually reach the ice arrows. I'm not completely sure, but I'm like 90% sure I actually can. Yeah. Okay. So let me just heal real quick. Come on. There we go. Nice. Okay, so in here, we know going right serves no purpose, so the goal is going left, right? So we go one left. From here we cannot go any way but forward still, apparently. Yeah. Okay. So one more. Here we have a little chest. That is rupees, nothing useful. Let's see. I believe there was like a shortcut somewhere in here, if I'm not mistaken. Let me use the lens of truth. I have like this distinct memory of there being like a shortcut. There is a reason why you can climb the things. So not this. Okay. Here, I believe there might be a way through. Not really. Okay. Next one. We still have 2 keys. This is what? Rupees again. To get in there, we need to get over there. We have a chest here. Oh, come on, behave, camera. Nothing here, apparently. Now I only have 1 key. Yeah, I'm missing 1 key here, which is an issue. Arrows. Was I mistaken with a different dungeon? I thought there was a way for you to go through the ceiling. But then again, it might be one of those walls that are not actually revealed by the lens of truth. Yeah, I'm missing 1 key, which is annoying. Yeah. Just 1 key. That's so annoying. I'm missing 1 key. Probably the one where you need the gauntlets to actually go through, which is extremely annoying. Ah. So imagine a person who has a lot of depth in your tap, if you know what I mean, yeah? Yes? What's up? Okay, I'm missing the gauntlets, basically. Well, your team will with someone like that to deal with the bigger threats. It depends. If the threat is something that I need to address urgently, probably yes. Yeah. Also, it would depend on the way is like a structure. For example, if I need his help and he doesn't need mine, and he agrees to help me, that would actually contribute to paying his debt, basically. Yeah, if on the other hand, this is something like if he also needs to address the threat, right? And he asks for my help, he will not get a reduction on their tap, even if it's something I actually need resolve myself, basically. It depends on the way it's like presented. Yeah. Wow, that's some strong claps. Yeah. So basically, it comes down to whether or not he would have done it by himself or not. Yeah. The Haunted Wastelands. So basically, first you need to cross the thingy right here. Right? Which is basically hitting the flags. I don't remember this part of the game, actually. Was it here? Was it somewhere else? You do need to use the fruit shot, right? There we go. Yeah. Like that. And then you need to use the lens of truth, following the flags. Correct listeners to enter the safe place dropped by your shop proper merchant. Okay, so we go from flag to flag. Yeah, what a place for a shop. That's quite the choice. Yeah. What is the next flag? Yeah, this is the little fortress right here. I believe there's something below. Yeah, there we go. How many sculptures do we have? 51. Now we can actually get the last reward from the Sculptural House, which is quite nice, in my opinion. What is this? Rupees. Not worth it. You would think these jars will drop magic? Oh, there it is. Oh, a fairy. I should have used a bubble, but I didn't react on time. Oh, there is there something here? There isn't. Okay. One with the eye of truth shall be guided to the Spirit Temple by an inviting post. I'm already getting attacked by enemies. Lovely. Ah, really? Where are you going, Supicos? No, 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 stop. Really, you did that full lap for nothing. I hate you. There we go. Welcome to the Desert Colossus. Oh yeah, there was this thing right here. I almost forgot about it. I need bombs. Hello. Hi. Welcome! The Great Fairy of Magic. Give your magic spell. I always found very interesting how the Great Fairies on Ocarina of Time give you spells for free, basically. Hmm. Okay, so we finally arrived to the. What's up? The desert. Yeah, we are here. Hello, Navi. Pay attention, please. Kinda reminds me of the Jackson's I'm here. Really? Hmm. Interesting. Hmm. Oh. Ouch. If you want to travel to the future, you should return here with the power of Zelda from the past. Ah. That's interesting. This text basically saying, hey, if you want to proceed to the past, you should return here with the pure heart of a child. So basically there is this girl, whenever she's singing, from time to time she screams the lyrics like Raha scream. That's so funny. This is weird. This text is basically implying that they know about what's going to happen. Basically telling the hero time what to do. That's weird, isn't it? Because it implies someone already knew about what's coming here next, right? Yeah, you need to reach this place as a child. Ouch. Yeah. Basically, if you notice, there is nowhere for me to go. Because here, I cannot move this block right here. It's too heavy, right? And on the other side, you see there is this hole. But I'm too big to actually enter, right? So you need to go inside the temple. And when you leave, this is what happens. Ta-da! Past, present, future. Why is they all here? Don't let me. Master Sword is a ship with which you can sail upstream and downstream through Time's River. The port of that ship is the Temple of Time. To restore the Desert Colossus and enter the Spirit Temple, you must travel back through Time's flow. Instead of this Requiem Spirit, Really will lead a child back to the desert. They basically told you, use this song to teleport here. See, that guy is like already threatening me. What are you doing here? I'm starting to think maybe the owl actually brought Chick here. Yeah. You have learned the Requiem of Spirit. Wow, that's quite a pause. How did she know how to do that? Like cause a desert storm, basically? Hmm. She improvised. I believe there is a secret here, if I remember correctly. Why can I lock onto this? I don't remember being able to look into that. Nice. Now let's grab some fairies. Imagine they didn't know the sound would know their parents will standing there like a dum-dum. Nice. Now I want the sculptura, which is over here. Go away. Let's see. That over here. I will take this over here. Ah, really? I hate you. Hello. Okay, now that we have that, we can finally TP. To the temple time and return here as a child. It's interesting how they structured this particular temple. I believe it's the only temple that actually requires you to travel back and forward in time. Which you would think it would be like a thing in this game that is like so heavily dependent on the time travel aspect, right? Okay, if I go right now. This song is always so dramatic. Hmm. Ouch. Where was the referee over there? Does the referee give you anything different on this timeline? Or am I mistaken? Nope, it just heals you. Okay. Well, it's nice to know you have like safe healing right here. Yeah. Okay. Give me a moment. I'll be right back. I need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Give me a moment. Enjoy the music. Okay, I'm back. Hello. I knew that was going to happen. Random question. What would you do if you were in a battlefield and a guy dressed in a fish costume stone and run across it constantly fast? It depends. If it was coming towards me, I would probably uh, prepare to defend, basically. If he's running away or in a different direction, I would be confused, but I wouldn't really do anything about it. Hello. Hi. What happens if I put on the mask? What did you want? To see the temple, look around for the sages? Not really? I could just say I'm looking for the sages and see how she reacts. Interesting. To see the temple, then, I suppose? Okay, let me remove the mask. So the correct option is nothing, really? Wow, that's quite a weird dialogue choice you have there. I would say I Gandalf. I think like you. You are Naboru of the Gerudo. I'm a lone wolf thief. Huh. Interesting. Because the Hyruleans believe she's the chief of the Gerudo, which is a bit weird. When she calls herself basically a lone wolf thief. That implies she's acting alone. Whacking Ganondorf with a shovel? Wow. Mew. Wow. Rude. I want to ask a favor. Will you go through this tiny hall and get the treasure inside? The treasure is the silver gauntlets. If you keep it, you can easily push and pull every heavy things. Ganondorf and his minions are using the Spirit Temple as a hideout. That's really weird. Because then you would see Ganondorf or his minions here, which is something that doesn't happen. Huh. That's odd. Yeah, sure. I will do something great for you. Wow. He actually has some dialogue. That's interesting. I didn't expect that. He does look like her. I always been wondering how old is Naboru? Because she looks basically the same on the future. Yeah. Bye. Let's see. Ouch. I suppose I can just do this. There is another hole right here. The text up there I cannot really read. Wow, really? Oh, that opened that over there. Nice. So now we have both rooms open. You're gonna assume early 20s, later 20s? I don't know. They never actually explicitly say, which is a bit confusing. Oh, this place is basically not useful. You need, well, I can maybe use the Bean's Fire. Really? Okay. Don't! Come on. Where is the other guy? Over there. Damn it. That doesn't trigger this. Okay. Okay, so there is nothing here. So we go to the other side. Let's see. Oh. Okay. I'm going to need the other shield for this one. These guys are surprisingly difficult. Ah. There was that tactic apparently. Okay, I might need this slingshot after all. Okay, and for my next trick, I'm going to open this by actually aiming correctly. There we go. I didn't expect that kind of battle on the Spirit Temple. Huh. Ah. Oof. Okay, that was a quick reaction. I don't need money. Let me switch the shield before I lose it. Ah, okay. We have an Anovis right there. There is that. Not what I wanted. That turned on the... Oh, I see. Interesting. So that's what you need to do. Let me just check with the Eye of Truth, just to make sure there is nothing I'm missing. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I need to basically move closer. Ouch. Like this, right? And now that I have that, I can move it over here, right? It's a mirror puzzle, basically. And you do this. Ta-da! It's a really nice use of elements of other puzzles that we have not really seen before. Yeah. Triggering fire instead of putting away. Yeah, that's an actually Surprisingly nice puzzle. Yeah. Oh, and watch out for the shadows of the monsters that are on the ceiling. So we have floor masters basically. Immediately we have floor masters. Really? I wanna get rid of that guy. He just dropped money. Okay. Let's grab this and let's go up. And grab this over here and drop. Then we can go over here. On to the left. Right, and I can grab this. And I will switch to that. Basically, I try to enter through the exit back there. Funny enough. I'm trying to grab them. Shit. Nice. Okay. So now we have a key. Right? And we are now back over here, and if we check the hole we didn't check before, we might find something interesting. Okay, so before we do more progress, right? There is basically that little loop on the left side, where basically we go into the hole, then we do the loop to the left, solve a puzzle on top, and get a key to the right, and then there is a shortcut opening on the right, and then we can go back into the center. If you see the temple, this is kinda... It looks like it's going to be a symmetrical temple, which is interesting. We are also on the F1, and given that it is on the bottom of the screen, that means this is like the lowest point of the dungeon, and we are going to go up from here. We also have not seen the dungeon map or compass yet. There is boxes right here, the ones we grab to trigger switches on Lord Yao Yao, which is interesting. Okay, this is basically a shooting gallery. Interesting. You even get the thing. It would be cool if you fought the boss 2 times. Yeah, that would be interesting, actually. Okay. Now we have a bunch of spiders. And this looks like a light puzzle. Interesting. Oh! That's a surprise. Lista falls. I need to switch shields. Rip. Okay, Navi is pointing to that, but it's not really giving us like a hint. Which is actually very obvious. That you need to hit that if you actually somehow manage to hit it. There we go. That opens the door. Huh. So what does this switch do exactly? It drops a... Oh, there is 2 chests here. I didn't notice. One with a rupee. And the other one has... Bambuchu. Of course. I was wondering why they didn't give us Bambuchu yet. Yeah. Interesting. Oh. Really? What are you doing here? Oh. Well, I didn't expect another one to show up. Let's see. So now we're in a chamber with the serpent goddess. The goddess of the sands. Apparently, there is text everywhere. Oh, this is a climbable wall, apparently. We have a switch at the bottom. Some torches over there. Interesting. And you're going over there for some reason. Is this a case of the Song of Time, maybe? Because I cannot use the hood shot, so calling this the scarecrow here doesn't make sense. I wonder if Navarro will let the Link enter knowing how dangerous the inside temple is? You would think she would know, right? But apparently she doesn't, for some reason. I see the Triforce on the palm over there, which is interesting. Okay, so I see 2 things. The switch we can activate by dropping this guy, right? Which opens That one, okay. The door right above. What does this trigger? I wonder. Oh, we have a big chest. What is this? The dungeon map, okay? The dungeon map is behind a small puzzle. I suppose you would already have the Inspire, given that you need to beat the Shadow Temple first, I suppose? Okay, so here we can actually see the temples as it is. So it's not perfectly symmetrical, but it's very close to be. And this is basically the main chamber within the dungeon. Huh. And you can actually see that this is basically the same room on these two floors, right? So the room I just opened will take me to the left side of the temple. Huh. Interesting. There it says that there is a door right behind me. Yeah. This one. And it's locked. Interesting. Oh. Ouch. I didn't react on time. So there is no path for us to go right here because we cannot really get over there. We could if we had the hook shot, but you cannot really use it as a child. So the only plan to go is to go back up and explore the left side of the temple. Interesting. So basically, here we are forcing the partition by limiting the access to the items. Huh. That's interesting. So this leads us over here. The things before behind us. We have a torch without being lit. We have a bunch of collectathons. Okay. Rupees to collect. Torches to turn on also. Ouch. We have a bunch of blocks, one with the sun face. Interesting. We have those guys that are there to be annoying. Wouldn't you be able to solve this room with a well precise Inspire? I wonder. Because you have the torch over there, one right here, and one over here. So if you position yourself like right here, that's kind of okay, let's test it. Oh, it didn't reach the torches. So this is forcefully requiring you to use deco sticks. Interesting. Interesting. Ouch. Ouch. You're feeling fatigued from the whole week? That doesn't sound nice. Okay, that's fine. Rest well. Good night. Good night, good night. See you later. And take well. Now that I think about it, can I block these things and wait in the block? You can. I wonder if the developers expected this. Wow. That's one interesting side effect. Oh, if you actually push it too far, it will just slip by, huh? Interesting. Then let me just put it there so I don't have to deal with them. Yeah. I maybe can do one more push. Nice. And then I can grab this one and bring it over. Huh, so that just opens the next door. Huh, interesting. Okay, that turns on that. And we have one right there. Okay. Just so I know. Where was the other? I don't remember. Right there, okay. And there is one right there. Okay, so there is a bunch. I didn't know. Okay. Good to know. So, one. Two. Three. Nice. Where did that drop exactly? Oh, over there. Okay. Okay, and this is a key. Okay, nice. Interesting. So you can actually leave the room without the key. Interesting. Oh, I hear something here. Okay, where are we? We're in the last room to the left side. Interesting. We have a heart and another one. The door with the key is immediately after the room with the one also. So you cannot actually progress without the key. Okay. Let's see. So first, we were here, right? And we entered. The path is a loop on the left side, and then that progresses to the center. There you need to actually get a key to progress. Up here you need to solve a puzzle. And go into the main room. Press the switch to actually progress. The dungeon map is hidden behind a torch puzzle. Okay. Over here, we enter a puzzle room. You need to solve a puzzle to open the door and one to get the key. And the door to progress is blocked by the key. Interesting. Okay. And this looks like a battle. Okay. Huh. It's interesting. This guy doesn't actually hurt you to begin with. Only when you attack. Interesting. So those don't actually help. What other items do I have at my disposal? Maybe these two? That doesn't work either. That actually works. Okay. What can you tell me? I don't know, Cole, but just for his axe attack equals a lot, strike it when he drops his sword. Okay. I don't want to use my... Ouch. He does hurt a lot, huh? Ouch. Ouch. Okay, so you cannot really dodge it that easily? Huh. Ouch. Whoa! It actually attacked twice really quickly. Huh. thorough. Okay, I think I got the hang of it. Okay, so we have a mini boss right there. Interesting. And this leads us. Oh, jump scare? Yeah. I really don't want to talk to you. Sometimes the world is almost nothing to you. Is it how mysterious, even though that the tales of a boy who could travel back and forth through time as Maria played. Wait, how do you know about that? This is the past? Wait, how do you know about that? It makes it sound like this has happened before? Like there was a different hero time? That's weird. Huh. That's weird. That's really weird. No, you have really murdered us all. What? But I'm on the child's era? The witch enabled this devil in order to strengthen turn their own magic power against them. So he tells you the weakness for the boss. Okay, I got the silver gauntlets. Nice. Oh, and then we have a cutscene. Oh, why did you have to reveal my presence? And they went back inside the temple, huh? Okay. So we got the dungeon item before the compass, which is interesting. Yeah. Huh, and we cannot really cross this. I could jump, or I could just go back. Is going back gonna do anything? I wonder. It respawned a few enemies. It actually kinda screwed me over, huh? Because those are still sealed. Damn it. Nope. There is no reason for me to go back the way I came, so maybe I should just go forward. Okay, so maybe I'm supposed to drop from here? Huh. So she was basically captured. Huh. And she's not here anymore. Interesting. So you do have the temple as a child and have the temple as an adult. Huh. There is also the thing that there is the Triforce right there at the entrance of the Spirit Temple, which is interesting. Huh. That means whoever worshipped this goddess also was aware of the Triforce? That's interesting. Okay, before I go back to being an adult, I think I'm going to grab the reward for the esculturas. Yeah. Just so I have it. I don't even remember exactly what it was. Oh. Ah. They literally just closed the door on me, huh? Let's see. I have one guy right here. One guy back here. This guy. And a piece of heart. Okay. Nice. What do you offer? Nothing, I suppose. Okay, so they just give a piece of heart, huh? Interesting. So he only wanted you to free his children. Interesting. Huh. Interesting. I never actually paid attention to that kind of lore before. It's interesting. Okay, let's go to the temple time. It's funny that even the owl is basically mentioning that there was this legend about a child that could travel through time. And we even have this. Well, it's not this one. I believe it's the one when you are an adult. Yeah, that basically says that the hero of time descended here, which is weird. Because so far we are not really a hero, right? And there is no reason for someone to actually engrave that there is a hero of time. Unless it actually already happened, right? And apparently the owl is insinuating that there was already a legend about someone who could time travel. The hero time with the Master Sword descended here. Yeah, that's weird, because we are like in the middle of that. So it's weird that there is already an inscription there. That's very weird, in my opinion. The song was... Huh. Actually, why is there a flag over there? What is this flag? Huh. I want to check the text for these ones. Lever. Watch his movements closely and let it go by. So it doesn't even tell you to actually kill them. Huh. Interesting. So we are back in the Spirit Temple. Given the current time, I think it's better if I leave the other half of the Spirit Temple for the next stream. Yeah. It's very interesting. So basically you solve one half of the dungeon. Actually, just the start of the dungeon is in the past, the rest is in the future. Huh. Interesting. Hmm. Hmm. Also, the structure is very simple. It's basically just a lock and key dungeon. It's not really particularly confusing. It also has some weird bits. For example, they let you backtrack. Well, they create a shortcut on the left side here of the temple, right? But there is no reason to use it, right? It's just a loop for you to use for convenience, basically, to get you back to the room you started at. Huh. So it's just a loop or out of convenience, so you don't have to backtrack. Then you go over here and go into the main room with the statue of the goddess. And then you just exit after solving the puzzle. Huh. You have a little mini boss. And that's it. You get the dungeon item. And the second half of the dungeon starts with the dungeon item. I wonder how much will the dungeon item be used on the second half. Huh. Interesting. Okay. I think I'm going to stop here, even though it's a little bit early. Mainly because I don't want to, cut the second half of the dungeon. Yeah. Okay. So let's stop here for today. Yeah.
Damn, that's a fast moon. How money get into tree? Ricardo Lully used metal pipe.
Wow. That's going to be an interesting dungeon. Huh. So we already have the dungeon item. I keep thinking about the structure and how it's meant to be used by going back to the past and then to the future to solve it. It's very unique in a very weird way, because you would think you would use that mechanic for other temples, right? Not just for that one. Also, the temple is kind of simple. It's not very complex. It could be even one of the first dungeons, right? When it comes to levels of complexity. It's very segmented, right? You have no reason to go back to areas you already visited. And because it's not really trying to tell you a new mechanic, not trying to teach you anything, there is no reason for, what to call it, training rooms like the ones in the Fire Temple. Yeah. Huh.
Good night already?
Yeah, maybe. I was just thinking about it. It's because I don't want to like stop the second half of the Spirit Temple just when I just begin. So I'm just planning to leave it for the next stream. You have 26 people? Really? I'm not actually paying attention to the number. Yeah. Apparently, yes. We have 26 people. Yeah. Lurkers, basically. Because they are not really interacting in chat, and that's fine. But yeah, there is this weird thing about the Spirit Temple. Because it feels very odd. It's like the temple is simple enough to be like one of the first temples you encounter in the game, but also there is like no effort to teach you something. Like it's expecting you to, you know, basically most of the mechanics already. Its structure is so far not very complex either. Yeah. The puzzles are basically whatever you see on every other dungeon, just with some sans skin thrown in, right? The only like new mechanic is the one with the light, basically. And you only use it twice, and in the same way, just open a door. Yeah. Okay, so we got the silver gauntlets. These dungeons, it just feels like so simple compared to the other dungeons. It feels like almost underwhelming. Yeah. Huh. How weird. You would think they would be like escalating the difficulty of the dungeons? Yeah. Huh. Well, we will see next time when we face the next half of the dungeon. Yeah. Either way, I suppose I will be stopping here for today. Thank you so much for coming to the stream. Even if you are just lurking. Yeah. Thank you for coming. And I will see you guys next time. Rest well, good night. Thank you for coming. Buenas noches, que descansen. Good night, good night. Bye bye, good night. Sleep well. Good night. Bye bye. Good night. Thank you for coming. Good night. Good night. Bye bye. Bye bye. Good night. And bye. Good night.
Someone planted some cash in the ground a long time ago. This reminds me of that meme of the guy cosplaying a spy from TF2 sneaking into a furry convention. Yeah, with a paper mask. Big rigs over the world racing, is that you? That kinda cosplay can be applied in so many places. Okay, I'll let that one pass because I'm impressed you had the guts to try that. Refuge in audacity. Like sneaking in the castle of the most feared of the villains only to hide a whoopee cushion on their throne. Why not? Cannonball. Why can't you go back there? The other place. Haunts. James Baxter. It is camo. Tactical cow. Houston, deploy the cow. Toasty. Corn emoji. Yummy tomato soup floor. Lemao. Bad depth perception time. Lemao. Or no. Well, this will be hell for you since you can't aim well with those controls. I recommend abusing save states. Damn. Okay, I'm impressed. So imagine a person who has a lot of debt in your tab, if you know what I mean. Would you team up with someone like that to deal with a bigger threat? What a place for a shop. Unbinged laugh. Kinda reminds me of a character in Zimphagir. So basically there's this girl, and whenever she's singing, from time to time she'll scream the lyrics. Like a raw scream. So you have to reach this place as a child somehow? Link so strong he can slash through stone. How are you going to get past the Gerudo then? Oh. Makes sense. She improvised. Image they didn't know that Sandstorm wouldn't know appear, they would be standing there like a dum-dum. It's just like Black Friday. This game is going to lull me to sleep, I swear. K. Random question: what would you do if you were in a battlefield and a guy dressed in a fish costume started running across it concerningly fast? Noted. I would meet him with equal fervor, smile. Option 3, I fantasize about whacking Ganondorf with a shovel. Lonk. Maybe they left for dinner? Demand a lifetime supply of ice cream. I'm gonna assume early 20s and later 20s. Maybe older? It's just a 7-period time skip, and some people don't change that much around 20 to 40. 7-year period, noise. Oh, so half the temple is done in the past and half in the future? It would be cool if you fought the boss 2 times. Like, you beat it once in the past and then at the future it comes back with a grudge. I wonder if Naboru would have let Link enter if she knew how dangerous it is inside the temple. Okay, I feel the fatigue of the whole week right now. I cannot delay sleep any longer. Good night. Good night already? Wait, we have 26 people? To the moon. GN. Croissant. Rice cracker emoji. Banana emoji. Good night. Sleep well. Bye bye.